The boat. Hi.
Watch your step boarding, please. Welcome aboard. Watch your step boarding.
We're just going to spread out and pick up the whole space. Yeah.
Clear off, clear off, clear. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard Cruise 3. Our first stop on our cruise is going to be the boardwalk. And then after the boardwalk, we go over to the Yacht and Beach Club. Then after there, we go over to Swan and Dolphin. Then we do a 3-hour tour all the way down to Hollywood Studios. And we make that 3-hour tour in 7 minutes. So be prepared to hear everything. We do ask those of you seated to please remain seated. Those of you who have a desire to stand are more than welcome to. But we do ask that you hold on to the handrails or the backs of the seats. And as a courtesy reminder, we are a non-smoking, non-vaping vessel, and we kindly ask that you refrain from doing either until you're off the vessel and in a designated area. Sit back, relax. We'll be over at the boardwalk in about 3 minutes. There's a couple of places where it's really I've seen places where the screws are up that high. Not on this one, but on other places. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach our dockage here at the boardwalk, I do like to remind you we are a free-floating vessel, which actually translates to we are not on a rail system. We are a real boat. And that means that we are subject to bumping it while we dock. So we do ask you to remain seated. If you're standing, we do ask you to hold on to the handrails or the backs of the seats. Once we secure the vessel to the dock, our captain will give us all okay, at which time we gather up our personal belongings and we'll be able to exit the vessel. There's some good places for you here. courtesy reminder to everybody, we are a non-smoking, non-vaping vessel. Sit back, relax, and I'll talk to you again here in just a couple of minutes. Okay, we're back again. As we approach our dockage here at the Yacht and Beach Club, I do have to remind everybody, we are a free floating vessel, so we are subject to bumping the dock. We do ask that you remain seated until we have remain seated. If you're standing, please remember to hold on to the handrails or the back of the seat. Once we've secured the vessel to the dock, our captain will give us the all okay, at which time we'll be able to gather up our personal belongings and exit the vessel. And we are clear, all clear.
No, I didn't know what the schedule. I literally told them when you're coming in, and I said I was the schedule. I thought I was scheduled for next Monday. That's what it said. But no, it was scheduled for Wednesday.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Friendship 3. Our next stop is the Swan and Dolphin Hotel. We do ask in your journey that you please remain seated. If your desire is to stand, we do ask that you hold on to the handrails or the backs of the seat. As a reminder, we are a non-smoking, non-vaping vessel, so we ask that you kindly refrain from doing either until you're off the vessel and in a designated area. Sit back, relax. You should be at the Swan and Dolphin for about 2-3 minutes. Yeah, that last plate, the port side dock there, it's slightly open. Vessel, and it does mean that we are subject to bumping the dock. We do ask that you please remain seated. If those of you standing, we do ask you to hold on to the handrails or the backs of the seat. Once we have secured the vessel all the way to the dock, our captain will give us the all clear, and at that time we'll be able to gather up all of our belongings and exit the vessel. Thank you for joining us. Have fun at Swan and Dolphin. We are clear off there. So, ladies and gentlemen, those of you joining us, welcome to Friendship 3. Our journey now is going to take us down for about a 7 Studios. From Hollywood Studios, if your desire to catch the Skylink and fly it all the way back to Epcot, you can do that from there. Otherwise, you can always catch a boat, and we also travel the same route back. So during our journey, we do ask that those of you seated, please remain seated. If you have a desire to stand, we do ask you hold on to the handrails or the backs of the seat. And as a reminder to everybody, we are a non-smoking, non-vaping vessel, so we do ask that you kindly refrain from doing either until you are off the vessel and in a designated area. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the cruise. Vessel. That means we are subject to slightly bumping the dock. We do ask those of you seated to please remain seated. Those of you standing, we do ask you to hold on to the handrails or the backs of the seat. And for some information, Fantasmic tonight, they have fireworks at 8:30 and again at 10 o'clock. We would recommend, because our boats do travel until 11 o'clock from this dock, heading back to Swan Dolphin, Boardwalk, and the Yacht Beach Club. It does not go to Epcot on the way back. So if you're going to want to go back, make sure you're here at the dock, because it does typically load up with 100 people.
Clear up there.
Clear off there. And the good part is they train you on everything.
Experience is important. Just a good heart.
I would say just be physically fit. That's physically fit enough to do the job.
Depends on the one. Yeah.
Friends, welcome aboard Friendship 3. We ask that you remain seated, and if you need to stand, please hold on to handrail or seat back. As a reminder, there's no smoking or vaping allowed on board. We're now taking a 3-hour tour to Epcot, with a few stops in between at the Swan and Dolphin Resorts, the Yacht Beach Clubs, and then the Boardwalk. After the Boardwalk, we head to our home board of the International Gateway to Epcot. We're now headed over to the Swan and Dolphin Resorts. seated. If you need to stand, please hold on the handrail or seat back. Also wait for the captain to give you all clear before you disembark and go ashore. Our next stop will be the Yacht and Beach Clubs.
Friendship 6, IG Bridge, time 51, IG Dock.
They're all clear.
For those just boarded, welcome aboard Friendship 3. We ask that you remain seated. If you need to stand, please hold on the handrail or seat back. And as a reminder, there's no smoking or vaping allowed on board.
Bridge 251's wanted over.
We're now headed over to the Yacht and Beach Clubs.
Are you serving cocktails yet?
5 o'clock somewhere. Friends, we're now approaching our next stop, the Yacht and Beach Clubs. Since we are a free-floating vessel, we ask that you remain seated. And if you need to stand, please hold on the handrail or seat back. Also wait for the captain to give you all clear before you disembark and go ashore. Captain Steve will make this beautiful J-turn here at the lighthouse.
They're all clear.
For those just boarded, welcome aboard Friendship 3. We ask that you remain seated. And if you need to stand, please hold on the handrail or seat back. As a reminder, there's no smoking or vaping allowed on board. We're We're taking a short jaunt over to the boardwalk.
Yeah, we can push that boat.
All right, friends, we're now approaching the boardwalk. Since we are a free-floating vessel and with a little bit of wind here, we may bump the dock, so we ask that you remain seated and wait for the captain to give you all clear before you disembark both shore to the boardwalk.